Hi. What is your relationship with savings? Today, let's talk about savings. Let's talk about savings. What is your relationship with savings? Okay. Me, I am one of the worst savers, or I used to be one of the worst savers. I remember when I was still working in Nigeria, my dad is an accountant, a chartered accountant, and he would always tell me, put money aside, let me help you save it. And I'm like, I beg, please, I want to enjoy my money. I want to enjoy I worked hard for this money, so let me enjoy it, right? And I would spend and spend and spend, and I would invest sometimes. I would, put it into one thing or the other, one scheme or the other, get one asset here and there. But we forget that savings is different from, buying assets. All right. The whole idea of saving is for you to have access to cash flow, because cash flow beats assets any day. You know why? If you have assets, if you have cash, like you have cash flow and you lose your assets, you can buy another asset, right? But if you have assets and you don't have cash flow, just give it a short time, you are going to lose the asset. All right. So cash flow is king. Don't worry. Another day we'll probably go deep into cash flow versus asset. But today I'm just trying to let you know that what people call savings is actually may actually not be savings in the true sense. And that's why I want to find out, what is your relationship with savings? Are you struggling to save? Are you struggling to save? Then let's discuss some of the reasons, because these are also the reasons why I struggled to save. Okay. But the overall thing is, a lot of us have the wrong mindset about saving. Saving is not putting money in your bank. Saving is not leaving money in your bank account. So savings is beyond that. But these are the reasons why you'll be struggling to save. Okay, so if you are someone like that who you're struggling to save, then just go through these 3 reasons and let me know which one is your biggest challenge. The first reason why you're struggling to save is because you are trying to save what is left after spending. What I used to do then was that when they pay me salary, of course, I'll spend it, take care of my needs, take care of my wants, maybe buy one thing I would call assets. By the end of the day, not necessarily an asset. Maybe do one investment that is not necessarily an investment. Some investments are just expenses, unnecessary expenses, but you call it investment. Okay, we will talk about that another day. So by the time I finish spending, so what I do is, on my next payday, the amount that is left in my account, that is the amount I consider my savings amount. Don't laugh at me. Don't judge me. This is a no judge zone. So let's not judge each other. I am sure some of you are also on this table right now. Okay. So don't judge me. So that's what I would do. My next payday, if there is change in my account, then that change is savings. So what I'll do, I'll move that money to another account that I'm still in control of. I'll say, okay, this is savings. This is my savings, right? And then I would do that every month. I would do that. I would move it. But you know what usually happens? There will be some months when that money will finish, when it's not even staying till the next payday. And do you know what happens? I will realize, oh, I have this need. Oh, I have these expenses. Oh, I have this rainy day. Oh, I have this one. And then I go back to that savings, the so-called savings. I go back there and I withdraw from it. Can you relate? So that is a major reason why I struggled with savings. And that is why you are probably struggling with savings. You think that it is after you have spent, then whatever is left is what you save. So the whole idea is to spend what is left after you have saved, not save what is left after you have spent. If you can decide today, just this one, just decide that, you know what, I am going to save first. So when you hear pay yourself, this is what it's talking about. It is not saying pay yourself and go and squander it. It's saying pay to secure your financial future. Pay to secure your family's future. Pay, pay yourself. That's basically what it means. Because if you don't, you would most likely not see it anymore. Things would come up, expenses would come up. I would give an example that I gave someone who said, "Oh, I can't even save now because I have a lot of people who I am owing." So she got a new job and she's like, she can't even save because she's owing a lot of people, right? So what I told her was that, what if you did not get that job? What would have happened to the people that you are owing? What would have happened? I am not saying you should owe money, but I'm saying taking out 10% of that income and then using the rest to be paying those people that are owing small, small will still work. Because if you do not have that job, they will not kill you. If you do not have that job, they will not kill you. So if your job is, let's say here in Canada, you are earning 1,500 every 2 weeks. That's $150 every 2 weeks will not be the reason you cannot pay your debts. Taking away that $150 every 2 weeks, taking it away can never be the reason why you will not survive anymore. Can never be the reason why you will not buy the things that you need. It can't. You know, people always think that they don't have money, so they don't have a lot of money, or they have a lot of expenses, and that's why they can't save. Anybody can save. If you can survive on $1,000, you can survive on $850. If you can survive on $1,000, you can survive on $900. It is not that $100 that would kill you, that will make you not survive. I remember a client of mine that made a joke when I did a transaction for him, and I was like, this will cost you an extra $8 a month. And then he was like, oh, so that means I won't be drinking my coffee. I won't drink coffee anymore. It was funny, but that's the truth. You just need to look at, okay, just look at the things that you actually spend that money on. Trust me, if you cut 1, 2, 3, you have that money for savings. Just look at the things that you spend money on. Just cut a bit of it and you'll find that savings. And if you can't cut your expenses, like I always tell people, if you find that you cannot cut your expenses, then find a way to increase your income. If you find out that you cannot cut, there is no expense to cut again. You are finished cutting. All you need to do is find a way to increase your income. Because those are the only two ways you can get more money. Either you cut down on savings or you increase your income. So if you're looking for how to increase your income, let us have a conversation. But today we're talking about savings. So that is number one reason why you are struggling to save. People don't Albert Einstein says that power of duplication, that power of compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. People don't understand the power of compounding. If you understand the power of compounding, you would make it a habit to save before you spend. You would make it a habit that once your money comes, a part of it, a portion of it, whether it's 10%, whether it's 20%, if you're even single, make it 30 or 40%, should go towards securing your financial future. Because it's just a thin line. There is a very thin line between a life of comfort and a life of poverty. The only thing standing between comfort and poverty is your income. If that income stops, you drop to poverty. So does it not make sense for you to take a part of that income? Because nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. There is the affluent, there is the comfortable, there is the poor, and there is the charity case. I call them charity case. These are people who don't even have any source of income. So their life is a charity situation, because maybe their rent is paid by people contributing, their feeding is paid by people giving them money. So they're not earning their own income. But that is like the extreme. Then we have the poor. And that's why I said the difference between the comfortable and the poor is just that income. If that income leaves, if that income stops for whatever reason, maybe you are sick, you drop to poverty. That is why people call it grace to grass. Grace to grass simply means when you had income, you did not do what? You did not secure it. You did not protect it. When you don't protect your income, that's when you drop from grace to grass. That's when you drop from comfortable to poor. So that is number one reason why you are struggling with savings. Number two reason is you are in control of your savings. You are not supposed to be in control of your savings. That's what I said, that when I was working in Nigeria, I would say, okay, I had this account. So I had two accounts. I had my current account and I had, they say, get a savings account. So I had a current account and I had a savings account. And so when I take that money, I move it from my current account to my savings account. And I say, okay, this is my savings account. I am not going to touch it. How many of you can relate? I am not going to touch it. This is my savings account. Okay. And then something happens. Rainy day. Remember rainy day? I always say when you save for the rainy day, you will get rain. Why are you saving for the rainy day? Why not save for the sunny day? Why do we save for the rainy day, really? We are literally using our own hands to destroy ourselves. A lot of people save for the rainy day. So you're saving for emergency, you're saving for sickness, you're saving for medical, whatever. You're saving for if your house should burn. You're saving if you should have accident. That is what people are saving for. Why not save for sunny day? Why not save for a vacation? Why not save for investing? But that's what we have been taught. Save for rainy day. I have no idea who introduced that phrase. That phrase pisses me off. Me, I save for sunny day. Okay, I save for vacation. I save for travel. I save for education. I save for personal development. I save for sunny day. I save for a good life. I save for things that would make me better. I save for early retirement. What do you save for? Do you save for the rainy day or you save for sunny day? Okay, so that's number two reason. Number two reason, you are in control of your savings. Don't say, oh, I have a savings account, and then you just put that money in that savings account. Trust me, tomorrow something would happen. Something would happen, and then that money would not compound. Because savings is useless if you're just storing it. People store money and they say they are saving money. No, saving money is different from storing money. So when you are leaving money in the account, you are storing it. You might as well spend it because money is like water. If you leave it idle, it will go stale. If you leave it idle, it will go stale. So you might as well spend it. So keeping it in that place, it will go stale and it will find a way to leave. If you are in control of your savings, you are not saving because it will find a way to leave. Something would happen. Trust me, I am saying it from experience. Something would happen. Sometimes it could be a good thing. Sometimes it could be a bad thing, but something will always happen. And you end up, the so-called saving you have been saving will just drop. If people who are illiterate, in Nigeria, I don't know if this happens any other place in the world, there's this thing called ajo. If people who are not even, educated in quote, could be disciplined enough to take money aside, put it in a place where they have no control, how much more you and I, with all our education, with all our knowledge, with all our skills, if they could do ajo, why are they not putting it in their own bank account? Let me explain what that ajo is for people who are not Nigerians. So a group of people, let's say 10 people, they decide to save, let's say $100 a month, right? So you bring out your $100, this one bring out their $100, then they put it somewhere else. Someone else has it, right? So think about it. So each month, one person takes the whole contribution. So if they are 10, that means each month one person takes $1,000, even though they have saved $100. So it means that in 10 months, $1,000 would have gone round those 10 people. And what happens is that you do more with $1,000 than with $100. So it helps you plan. It helps you put it into projects. right? This is an example. People usually use bigger amounts of money for that, right? But it helps you plan. So if people who are not educated can think up this strategy of saving, they could have just put that $100 in their bank account for 10 months. But they know that if you are in control of your savings, you will not save. They know that if they're in control of their savings, they will not save. So how much more you and I, we are educated, we know book. Why are we not doing something that is even more, that even gives you more benefits than the ajo? Unfortunately, some of us don't even have any at all. So that is the second reason you are struggling with savings. Don't even consider it as your money. That thing is your future self's money. Remember, you are paying yourself. Now the question is, who is that self that you are paying? That is what we need to understand. When they say pay yourself first, they're not telling you to pay your current self first. What you are paying your current self is the spending. What you are spending is you paying your current self. So when they say pay yourself first, they are talking about paying your future self. Because that future, nobody knows it. You don't know if that your future self will be working. You don't know if that your future self would have one serious illness. Nobody knows. You don't know if that your future self will have enough income to secure the education of the kids. Nobody knows. So you shouldn't be in control of that savings account. It is really not yours in that technical sense. The one that is yours is the one you are spending. And the third reason why you are struggling with savings is because you don't have a third party accountability system. I'll go back to the ajo that people do in Nigeria, right? You have a third party accountability. Most times, the person who is collecting that money, they have different types. You can do the ajo system, maybe your colleagues, you join together. There is someone else whose job is just to come to you. If you know all those market women, they just come to them and collect that money. So it's no longer the other one of, friends contributing together, colleagues contributing together. This one is now someone actually goes and takes that money from them to hold them accountable. If you see where, where they are even hiding from that collector, for their own money, the person will be treating them like they are owing that person. You cannot miss it. If it is weekly, if it is monthly, some even do daily because these are market women, so they sell every day. So if they can be that disciplined, how much more you and I? So make sure that you have a third-party accountability system for your savings. Make sure that you have someone who is going to be asking you, where is it? Make sure that if you don't pay it, there is a fine. Yes. Because that is, you are, like I said, you are owing your future self. So if you are someone who you don't have a third-party accountability system for your savings, you will not save. I worked for 10 years in Nigeria. I cannot really say I saved. Okay? And these are the reasons why I could not save. But now I have done this. I have set it up for myself. So I am not saying something that I don't do. Right? So I've set it up for myself. Not even in negotiation. I'm not even negotiating that, I don't have money this month. I don't have money this month. It leaves automatically. But I told him that, do you know that if this money was not leaving, I would still have spent it. And I don't even know what I would have spent it on. Have you thought of that? That once money is in your hand, it goes. It goes. The money will find a way to go. All right. So that third party accountability system would do what? Would ensure that discipline, because it's not everybody that is disciplined on their own. So without that third party accountability, you will not be disciplined. So, like I said, the first thing, make sure that you are saving before you're spending. That's how you would grow your saving culture. Make sure you are saving before spending. Once that salary is paid, move the savings. And that's why I said find an automated way to do it. Move the savings. Okay? You will not die. Nothing would happen. Trust me. All right. So that's the first thing. Save before you spend. Because that's what the wealthy do. And you want to be wealthy, right? Okay, so that is number one way to build your saving culture. Number two way is you cannot be in control of that saving. You should not have control over it. So make sure that you are saving it where you don't have control. And thirdly, make sure that you have a third-party accountability system. Make sure you have someone who is going to follow up if that money does not come. And one of the accountability system I always suggest is let it be automated. Let it be an automated withdrawal. Secondly, put it in a place where if you don't pay, there is a fine. Like there is a serious fine. If you're in Canada, the kind of fine that would even affect your credit score. Yes. So thank you, and see you next time. Bye.